Welcome back, Odooers. We all strive for perfection, but in a busy warehouse, human error is simply unavoidable. Whether it's a misscan during a receipt or a misplaced item on a shelf, discrepancies happen. That is why we use inventory adjustments and cycle counts, so that we can ensure that our real world stock levels and our database remain perfectly in sync. Think of an inventory adjustment as your primary tool for correcting the now. It is a recorded increase or decrease in stock used to account for errors, damage, or even theft. Whenever the products you physically see in a location don't match what Odoo says you have, an adjustment is the fix that brings your data back to reality. Now, while most companies are legally required to perform one massive wall to wall stock count every year, we also want to move toward a more incremental approach at Stealthywood. Instead of closing our doors for days to count everything at once, we use cycle counts. By setting regular intervals to count small portions of our inventory, like our high turnover wood parts, we save time, maintain business continuity, and can more easily pinpoint the exact source of shrinkage or miscategorization before it becomes a year end disaster. So, enough chit chat. Jump into our database and see how to configure these tools to keep our operations running smoothly. Before we set up cycle counts, let's look at our annual inventory day and month. So we're going to go right there. All right, perfect. So most businesses are required to conduct a full wall-to-wall audit once a year for accounting purposes. At Stealthywood, we have this set over here to December 31st. Since we're closed that day, it's the perfect time for a final reconciliation without interrupting our operations. With the annual inventory date set, we can focus on enabling cycle counts. In Odoo, cycle counts are performed on locations so that we need to enable storage locations as well. So make sure, wherever that is down there over in our warehouse section, make sure that it is enabled. And if you scroll down even further, you can see one more thing that we actually have to do. And that is, actually, we're done. Don't forget to save though once that you're done. If you made any changes to anything, always save. Now let's see how Stealthywood sets up cycle counts in one of its locations. So right now we're going to go over to our configuration, and right now we're going to select locations right there. Perfect. And we're going to select wood parts. Okay, so as a manufacturer and seller of wood products, Stealthywood keeps a number of wood parts on hand before they're assembled into one of our furniture products. To achieve this, we can implement something called cycle counting, or a regular count to verify the quantity and quality of items in inventory. Let's set up a cycle count for our wood parts location. We've got the form already open. Okay, so down here under cyclic counting right there, we can set an inventory frequency. We know that we want to check our inventory in this location once a month. So let's set the inventory frequency to 30 days. It's a nice little number there. And just to be sure that this change will be applied, we're going to select the little cloud to save manually up at the top. Okay, so we've done something similar for the metal parts location as well. Something important to note here, while we've set the inventory frequency, the cycle counting doesn't take effect until an inventory adjustment is performed against the products in that location. So let's get that cycle started by performing a count against everything in a location. So to do that, we need to open the operations menu over here at the top heading, and then we're going to select physical inventory. So the physical inventory page is our command center, listing every tracked item in our warehouse. To keep this organized, I'm going to click into our search field over here, and then I'm going to group these by location. Perfect. All right, look at that. Now, as you can see right here, the other products are collapsed into their locations. So for our needs, this is much easier to understand. First, a bit of delegation for Nathan in this case, so that we can also start cycle counts for another location. So let's expand the metal parts location right there. Perfect. And let's see what's there. Well, cable management, grommets, and custom drawer slides. Okay. Let's select the checkboxes next to the products under this location. So we're going to select these two right there. And then we're going to select request account as a button right there. And then we've got a nice little pop-up over here. Okay, so let's assign this count to, we're going to do Nathan. Perfect. All right, and we're going to schedule this one for, let's pick tomorrow. That'll be kind of nice right there. All right, once we do that, we've done everything. We're going to select confirm. Boom. All right, Now Nathan can complete the count on this page, or if he uses the barcode app, he can see the counts assigned to him. Okay, let's collapse this location now. All right, let's open up wood parts. We were talking about it earlier. So here I see something that I'm curious about. An adjustable metal bracket that clearly belongs in the metal section. Instead of just deleting it, I'm select its checkbox, select actions over here, and then we're going to select relocate. And inside of our pop-up over here, we're going to relocate it to metal parts. All right, now you can also add a nice little reason for it. And we're not going to, we're just going to select confirm right there because I have a lot of power. So with a couple clicks, we've corrected that issue as well. So now moving on, for the rest of this shelf, everything looks correct except for the solid oak legs. So to speed things up, I'm going to select all of these items over here inside of this location as well. Boom. Got everything right there. And then we're going to select, actually forget that one. Set quantity on hand. Boom. There we go. All right. Now that we've done that, that instantly confirms that our database matches our physical count for those items. However, for the solid oak legs over here, Odoo expects 62, but that's not what I counted. I only counted 58 on the shelf. So I'm going to simply type into the counted field. I'm going to type in the number 58 right there. So this discrepancy is our signal to investigate. Was there a missed scrap order or perhaps a receiving error? The final step is to go through our physical inventory and verify that every product stored there is listed in our database. This shouldn't take long. All right, after checking everything, it looks like there are no extra products. So let's finalize this count. To wrap things up, we're going to select apply all over here up at the top. And, well, our nice little reason right there is going to be first cycle count. And once we're done, we're going to select apply quantities. And you'll notice something. Notice that the scheduled date for these items has now automatically jumped 30 days into the future. Our cycle is officially in motion. So before we end, let me quickly show you a couple of other things you can do here on the physical inventory page. First, to add a product to the inventory, you can simply click the new button over here and specify a product, its location, and its count. It'll be recorded as an inventory adjustment in the moves history report. Next, you may want to correct the inventory accuracy of a product quickly, rather than remove useless inventory via scrapping. In short, if you don't know where a product went, you might want to set its count to 0. And if it's damaged and can be destroyed, you can scrap it. So to set the inventory count for a product to 0, you can select the checkbox next to a product, like this dovetail right there. And then from here, you're going to open up your actions menu right there and select set to 0. Boom. And that's it. And just like that, you've transformed your inventory process from a stressful annual event into a streamlined, frequent habit. With inventory adjustments and cycle counts, you're doing more than just fixing numbers in your database. You're gaining real-time visibility into the health of your warehouse. If you want to take your efficiency even further, check out our tutorial on using the barcode app to perform these adjustments on the move. Until next time, Odooers, thanks for watching. Go grab a snack.